Word up, Georgia Japan here with another story. You know, moving around in Japan can be pretty annoying. There's a number of reasons, but I'd like to introduce Shikikin and Reikin. Actually, the first time I was trying to move in, I couldn't really understand the concept of Reikin. I remember asking the real estate agency, like, so what is this? And they're like, it's money you give to the landlord before you move in. It's like, oh, so it's a deposit. So what's this? It's money you give to the landlord in advance in case of damages. I'm like, oh, wait, so this is the deposit. So what's that? It's just a gift? Yeah, so moving into a new place is pretty expensive. Sometimes it's like you have to pay 3 months rent in advance, except those 2 months, they're never gonna come back. Yeah, getting your deposit back in Japan is pretty tough. I've moved around like 5 or 6 times now, and I have been unable to get any of my deposit back. And I take pretty good care of the room, honestly. Anyway, going on to the story. This actually isn't my story. It's a friend's story. He's from the countryside. He moved up to like a bigger city. And just for storytelling purposes, I'll be telling it from like his point of view. So here we go. So yeah, I moved up from Oita to a big city for my work. I lived in this apartment for a couple years now, but I was getting married, so I was about to move into a new place. I wasn't expecting to get much back from the deposit, but I was hoping. Wedding costs and new apartment fee. I was hoping. So moving day came, and this skinny guy in a slick suit came in. He seemed a little flustered, and he had a clipboard, he had a checklist. He's checking off everything, inspecting the room. And after a few minutes, it seemed like he was done, so I was like, what's the damage there, partner? Funny choice of words. Here you are. So I'm getting 50,000 yen back? No, you owe 50,000 yen. What? I already paid an 80,000 yen deposit. Yeah, damages to the room have exceeded 80,000 yen. It's 50,000 in additional fees. I didn't know you could go over the deposit. Well, you did. Now, hold on there. I think I took pretty good care of this room. How did I go 50,000 yen over? Okay, if you want me to explain, I will. Let's start with the Japanese room. The tatami is discolored, frayed, and there are indentations from furniture. We have to replace everything. This wall over here is discolored. It has to be replaced. This wall over here has small pinholes. It also needs to be repaired. This wall over here is discolored in one spot. Yeah, I hung a poster on it. Well, maybe you shouldn't have. We'll have to replace it. The flooring in the living room has scratches and indentations from furniture. It also needs to be replaced. The glass sliding door has a crack, and the paper sliding door, the shoji, has holes in it. We'll need to replace them. Now, those were there when I moved in. Do you have any proof? With a timestamp? No. Well, you'll have to pay for it then. Some other damages in the kitchen, like oil stains. And of course, we'll have to do general cleaning, and the mirror in the bathroom needs to be replaced, and of course, the air conditioning cleaning. All in all, your total comes to 130,000 yen. Please sign here and deposit the money to this bank by this date. Thank you. Now, hold on, I ain't paying you anything. You don't really have a choice here. You see, there's this law. And in accordance to this law, it is our duty as a real estate agency to restore the room to its original quality before we can lend it out to new people. And it is your responsibility as the renter to cover damages that exceed the deposit. The way I see it, you don't have a choice here. What's the name of that law again? This law? Yeah, could you give me a second? Are you looking it up on Wikipedia? I was, but I found a better website. Yeah, that's the Ministry of Land. Yes, I know what that is. Those are the guidelines for restoration. It's my job to know that. That is a long read. I don't have the time for you to sit through that like 100-page document and read it. Well, the way I see it, you ain't got a choice. I ain't paying for anything I don't really understand. So you're just gonna have to give me a few minutes to read through it. I'm gonna pause here for a second. So reading in Japanese is actually, I think, much easier than reading in English. Yeah, my reading speed in Japanese, I think, is much faster now, because you can like just scan big blocks of text because of kanji. You don't even need to know what the word means. You can guess meanings from kanji. Japanese is just easier to absorb. Like in English, you have to read each individual word, but in Japanese, you can really just scan big blocks of text quickly, and that's what my friend was doing here. Anyway, going back to it. Look, I have other properties to inspect. I don't have the time for you to just read through this whole document. Look, it's the law. You have to pay for this. Hold on. Actually, you don't need to wait anymore. I think I found what I need here. So it says here, damages that are caused by natural decay of the building or damages that are caused by everyday daily use are not the burden of the renter. Yes, I know that clause. But if the damages are caused by negligence of the renter, then they will be the burden of the renter. It can get a little complicated. It's my job to know this kind of stuff. I don't expect you to understand what can be deemed as negligence. When's the last time you looked at this? There's some pretty easy to understand diagrams that describe what negligence is. Like for that tatami you were talking about earlier, it says one example of negligence would be like if I left the window open and let rain soak into the tatami. Then I'd have to cover the damages. It says here discoloration caused by natural sunlight or the placement of furniture. They say that's unavoidable and a natural decay and everyday use. The walls you said that were discolored caused by natural sunlight would be natural decay. The pinholes, that's everyday daily usage. It says so right here. Indentations from the furniture, it says here that it's unthinkable that someone would move in without any furniture. Therefore, this is everyday daily use. You just picked this up and read it now. You think you're some kind of expert at this? No, but here's the real kicker. You mentioned something about the mirror replacement and the air conditioner. The mirror and the air condition cleaning, that is explicitly stated as everyday daily use and will definitely be covered by the lender. While I was looking up this stuff, I found a bunch of message board posts warning about these kind of bad real estate agencies that try to trick people into paying more than they should. Now, you wouldn't happen to be one of those bad real estate agencies now, would you? Trying to trick a simple country guy like me into paying more than he should. No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm very confident in my estimate. I'm a professional at this. Maybe I should get a second opinion. You know, I got a friend that works in real estate. In fact, I got a friend who's a lawyer. Why don't I give him a ring? They can be over right quick. Wait. I'm a busy person. I don't have time to wait for your friends to get here. You know, maybe I was just a little hasty with my first estimate. Please allow me to redo my estimate. I think you'll find the new price to be a bit more reasonable. Thank you kindly. Yeah, I guess that's about the end of the story. Yeah, my friend did not have to pay that additional 50,000 yen. But he didn't get his money back from the deposit. So yeah, if you're going to be living in Japan, and especially if you're going to be moving around, I do recommend you check out these guidelines. And yeah, never sign something that you don't totally understand. I mean, I haven't been able to get my deposit back, but right now I'm renting this townhouse. And yeah, when I do move out, I'm going to be sure to check these guidelines very closely. So yeah, that's about all I got to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a glorious day.